He screamed, cursed, and made gestures at us through his van window, like a man completely losing control. My mom tried to ignore him, but he chased us down the motorway, playing a dangerous game that could have killed someone. What he didn't realize was that his company's name was printed right there on his van. And I wasn't about to let him get away with it. If you've ever seen someone treat others with pure disrespect, this story is going to hit home. Hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, have you ever wished karma would come faster? Because today, it came fast, and it came hard. It was a rainy afternoon. I was sitting in the passenger seat while my mom drove us home. The sky was dark, the road slippery, and the wipers were fighting to keep up with the downpour. Out of nowhere, a silver car from the next lane swerved into ours. Mom reacted instantly. She jerked the wheel to the right to avoid a crash. My heart jumped. The tires screeched, and for a second, everything froze. We barely missed that car, but in doing so, Mom accidentally cut off a van behind us. That's when it started. The van driver, some guy probably in his late 30s, leaned out his window, shouting, red-faced, with one hand off the wheel, making the most disgusting hand gestures you can imagine. He was completely focused on us, not the road. Mom muttered, "What the hell is wrong with him?" I looked over and saw the company logo on the side of his van, bright blue letters with a phone number and website. It was some delivery or construction company. Instead of driving past, he decided to slow down to match our speed. He glared at us, still shouting, waving his hands. Rain hit the glass like needles, and his van swerved slightly every few seconds. He was endangering everyone around him. Mom finally snapped and flipped him off, hoping he'd just go away. But that made him even angrier. He slowed, then sped up, swerving dangerously close to our car, almost like he wanted to intimidate her. The whole time, my little sister in the back seat was crying, terrified. I felt my stomach twist with anger. This guy didn't just lose his temper, he was losing his mind, and we could have died because of it. When he finally sped away, my mom's hands were trembling on the steering wheel. "I can't believe people like that are allowed to drive," she whispered. The atmosphere in the car was thick. The rain hadn't stopped, and every flash of light from passing cars made my heart race again. Normally, I'd let something like this go. But this time felt different. I kept replaying it in my head, the van, the shouting, the fear in my sister's eyes. He didn't just ruin our peace. He could have killed someone else too. That's when I remembered something important. The van had a company name on it. I scrolled through my phone gallery, and there it was, the quick picture I'd snapped of his van's license plate and company logo while he was raging beside us. A small part of me felt guilty. Maybe he was just having a bad day. Maybe I should let it go. But then I remembered the rain. The way he slammed on his brakes just to yell at us again. If another car had been behind him, someone would have crashed. He didn't care. So why should I? When we got home, my mom was still shaken. I decided to take action. I found the company's phone number online and called them. A woman answered, her voice calm and professional. "Hi," I said, "I just wanted to report something important. One of your company vans was driving extremely dangerously on the motorway today." I gave her the registration number and described exactly what happened, how he tailgated us, screamed, made obscene gestures, and nearly caused multiple accidents. She was quiet for a second. Then she said, "Thank you for letting us know. That behavior is completely unacceptable. I'll make sure this is investigated right away." Her tone was serious. I could tell she wasn't just brushing me off. And that's when I knew I had just ruined his day. Maybe even his career. I hung up the phone, feeling an unfamiliar mix of satisfaction and calm. My mom looked at me and asked, "What did you do?" "Just made a phone call," I said, smiling faintly. She smiled too, relieved. A few days later, I got curious and checked the company's website again. Their vans were all listed with employee contact info, and sure enough, his profile photo was gone. Replaced with a small line. "Driver temporarily suspended pending internal review." My heart almost leapt. I couldn't help it, I laughed. For the first time since that terrifying day, I felt peace. I imagined him walking into work, trying to explain himself to his boss. Maybe they showed him the complaint. Maybe they asked why multiple drivers on the motorway had also reported him that day. Because I later learned, through a local Facebook group, that several others had called in about his van that same afternoon. Apparently, we weren't his only victims. So, what started as one phone call turned into full-blown karma. A week later, the same company van passed us again on the motorway, driven by a different person. Mom looked at it, then at me. We both just smiled. You know, some people think revenge has to be loud or cruel. But sometimes, the quiet kind is the most powerful. I didn't yell. I didn't chase. I just made one phone call, and the universe handled the rest. That driver learned the hard way that rage on the road can come back to haunt you. Fast. If you've ever seen someone like this get what they deserve, tell me your story in the comments below. Hit subscribe, and let's keep sharing stories where justice finally finds its way, no matter how small the act. Because sometimes, all it takes is one moment of courage.